Hey everybody, it's Mark with Video Games Wundercast, playing a little more Magic the Gathering Arena today. We are going to be playing some War of the Spark. That's the new set that just came out this week in Arena, and I think it comes out in paper next week or something like that. This is the week of the 30th, so I think it's May 3rd or something that the paper comes out. So, already in Arena though, so everybody's making decks with it, playing with it. Seems to be pretty cool. This deck today that I've made is a deck that uses the Amass ability that I don't know if it's new to this set or if it was in older sets and it just came back, but it's new to Arena at least. So it's black-white deck. I just wanted to test out the Amass deck, and it's basically what it is a zombie deck that uses the Amass creatures and cards and some of the new powerful zombie god cards that they've put into the deck or the set. And I think I purchased a couple of the new Sorin Planeswalker cards and put in here. Let's go through the list. So I did do a little play testing, and I found that I needed some early threats, and I also needed a little bit of lifelink in here. A couple early creatures I put in here. Twilight Panther. You can give it Death Touch with 1 black mana. It's 1/2. It's I think that's a pretty good, 1-drop. And then Banehound, lifelink, and haste. I, for some reason, really like this card. Just a 1/1 with lifelink and haste. Lifelink is something you don't really get in black a whole lot. So the lifelink is to offset this card, Dreadhorde Invasion. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. So what Amass does is when you amass, I'll read the description here. So amass 1, put a 1/1 counter on an army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie army creature token first. So that's a little confusing, at least it was to me at first. What that does is it creates a zombie creature token that the creature type is zombie army, and then puts a 1/1 counter on it. So the catch is when you play, 2 cards with Amass 1 or Amass 2 on them, you play the first one and it creates the zombie army creature token. Playing another card with Amass does not create another zombie army creature token. It just buffs the zombie army creature token that you already have. The nice thing, though, is that cards like this, they just create at least 1/1 creature token every turn. And then the more Amass cards you play, the more that card gets buffed. It's interesting to me, and it's zombies, so you can resurrect and all that kind of stuff. Not the tokens. You can't really resurrect tokens because when they die, they don't go to your graveyard. But some of the other zombie cards in here you can. Next, we have Eternal Taskmaster. I'm not sold on whether I like this card or not, but it's a 2/3 for 2. Comes into the battlefield tapped, and when you attack, you can pay 3, and if you do, you can get a creature card out of your graveyard to your hand. Still not sold on whether I like that or not, but Macabre Waltz, return 2 creature cards to your hand, discard a card. Unbreakable Formation. I'm considering putting more of this card in here because it's really good. Instant speed, creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn, or if you cast it during your main phase on your turn, you put a 1/1 counter on each of those creatures and they gain vigilance until end of turn. So, next, Death Baron, pretty standard for any zombie deck. Zombies you control get 1/1 and have Death Touch. Other zombies you control, not the Death Baron, so that's the drawback. Toll of the Invasion is a discard card, reveals your opponent's hand, and they discard a card of your choice with Amass on it. That's the only reason I put it in here. Vizier of the Scorpion is a new card that I like. It has Amass 1 when it enters the battlefield, and zombie tokens you control have Death Touch. That's pretty good. Gravedigger, get a creature card out of the graveyard into your hand. Herald of the Dread Horde. It's a little expensive, but when it dies, amass 2, so you get a 2/2, or you get to add 2/2 to your zombie army when it dies. Liliana, Untouched by Death, very zombie-focused. Planeswalker, I only have one of those in my collection, and I didn't want to spend a mythic on getting another one, so I stuck it in, but so far I haven't seen it to be crucial to this deck, but it, has its benefits in zombie decks. And then Sorin was kind of always my favorite Planeswalker from back in the day when I used to play 10 years ago when he first came out. I always liked him. I had a vampire deck that I really liked, and I had Sorin in there. One of the few cards that I actually bought, paid money for just to get the card back in the day. So, he is a gold rarity Planeswalker, not mythic. The thing about this set is there are silver, gold, and mythic rarity Planeswalkers. Like I said, it's all about Planeswalkers. It's interesting. 4 cost, not too bad. As long as it's your turn, creatures and Planeswalkers you control have lifelink. So that's that lifelink thing I was mentioning earlier about gaining back the 1 health you're losing each turn with the Dreadhorde Invasion card. That's helpful there. He gets +2, deals 1 damage to target player or Planeswalker. +2 is nice. If it was +1, that wouldn't be so great, but +2 is pretty nice. And then -X, return creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's the real kicker there. It's not coming into your hand, it's coming onto the battlefield. And it makes it a vampire. So, pretty good card, I think. Taste of Karlov. I'm still not sold on whether this is helpful in this deck or not either, but if a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. And then creature tokens you control have Vigilance and Lifelink. Zombie armies are creature tokens, so Vigilance and Lifelink on those at the very least. And then the ability, the creature dying causing a triggered ability thing, I think I've got a couple things that affects. Yeah. So there's that. I think it would affect this. When this dies, it would trigger twice instead of just once. Still not sure. But maybe. One of the pillars of this deck, God Eternal Oketra. I have 2 of these. I got one in a pack and I paid for one. Well, I used a mythic wild card on one. Very good card. It's got double strike for 1. A 3/6 for 5. It's, pretty good double strike. Whenever you cast a creature spell, you create a 4/4 black zombie warrior creature token with Vigilance. That's awesome. And then when it dies or is exiled, you can put it into your library 3rd from the top. So that's pretty cool. I've got a couple Liliana the Necromancers. And then Plains and stuff like that. So I'm just wanting to test out the Amass thing, and it's all zombie focused, so I figured a zombie deck would be the best place to put it. So let's play a couple games and see how it does. I don't have a lot of ways to deal with, popular threats such as flying creatures. I don't really have a way to deal with flying creatures. So it's not perfect, but it's an early draft, I guess. So let's see what we can do. This isn't great, to be honest, but I'll keep it just to see. I have no early cards here. Maybe I'll draw into something. Hey, that's exactly what I wanted to draw into. That wouldn't be bad for this. I like this person's Planeswalker logo up here, the 3 ladies. I can't remember what cards that's from, but I like that. That's cool. Macabre Waltz does nothing for me, but I can attack here and have no worry of losing anything. I'm Unless they have a Danto Vanguard, which I think has haste. That's the really only threat here that I'm worried about. And I love these new card things that they have. You see how the background moves? It makes it look 3D. That's really cool to me. I like that a lot. Alright, so this is the first Amass card we're going to play. Opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it, they discard that card. Amass 1. So, let's see what they got. God Pharaoh's Statue. I don't know what that does. Spells your opponent's cast cost 2 more to cast. Yikes. That sucks. Cost 6 mana though, so I don't have to worry about it just yet. This is a race that I'm losing at the moment. They're gaining too much life for me to counteract it, so I gotta get some more mana on the board. There's one. Comes in tapped though, so it's not exactly what I need. But at least I can keep pinging them down slowly. Well, not pinging them down. Keep them from getting too far out ahead of me in life total. So here's the zombie army creature token. I'll show you that. It's just a creature token. It's a 1/1, and then when you amass, it adds more and more and more to it. So Johnny, I love that.
I understand you're in need of support.
He's gonna start buffing this Healer's Hawk. See, I don't really have a way to deal with the flying in this deck. That's a problem that I need to work into this. I can play the Herald, so that's good, I guess. He needs 1 more mana to play that. I guess we'll start pinging down the Ajani here. That's not really what I want, but I don't know why he wouldn't
lash out all you want.
All about the health gain here.
See in yourself
Yeah,
what I
he's
see.
gaining 5 and I'm losing. Well, he's gaining 3 and I'm losing 3, and then next turn 5. So that's not exactly what we want. Yeah, I need to figure out a way to deal with flying, because I just don't have that right now. Let's do this. We'll see what we got here. Okay.
Very well.
So that was Amass 2 on that creature's death. That buffed my zombie army to a 3/3. He's going to continue to buff his creatures
Deliver
here.
us to victory.
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to deal with flying. I don't know why he wouldn't attack there. I guess to protect his Ajani, but it wouldn't. I couldn't have killed it next turn, no matter what. All right, so here is the real. I gotta get this out before he can play anything. This is where things get real.
Perhaps there is a peaceful solution.
Interesting. Okay. Alright, so here comes the... Alright, that's going to severely hamper my ability to play cards. Basically takes me down to 3 mana,
Strength.
which is a problem. Alright, this is all I can really do here. Alright, so... yeah, so that's what I'm going to have to do. It's not looking good for me.
You must succeed where I have failed.
Oh my god, really? That's the sound effect they chose for that creature? That's rough. Okay. Well, yeah, flying screwed me here. I don't have a way to deal with it. Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, the deck worked about as, you know, like it should. I just don't have a way to answer flying right now. What could I put in there to have an answer to flying? You know, I wanted these early. I could put in the Healer's Hawk, which is what killed me last game. Or I could put in a couple death cards here, instant kill type things. I did just get this guy, I like that guy. It's tough, it's tough. A lot of angels, but that's late game stuff. I need earlier. Alright. Let's see. I could Vraska's Contempt, I suppose. But that kills all creatures, I think. So I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see, Vicious Offering. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. That's not bad, actually. If it's kicked, by sacrificing a creature, it gets -5/-5. And I can sacrifice the Amass zombies. That's not too bad. What if we put 3 of those in? Drop a Banehound. What if we drop 3? Yeah, down to 2 of these. Eternal Taskmaster. Yeah. See, that's not really helpful unless I draw it in the opening hand. But I feel like I need something else in there. There's always the murder card. Can't go wrong there. Alright, I'm not getting much out of the Bane Hounds. Let's do that. So that will let me insta-kill flyers if I really need to. Alright, let's try it again. A lot of my creatures get Death Touch, so I don't really need that for stuff that's not flying. So this might be kind of useless, but we'll see. I'll do that. See what you got here. Oh, Demon of Catastrophes. I've got murder, so that's not really a problem. Geez, act of treason. That's a pain in the butt. Yeah, I'll just do Demon of Catastrophes, I guess. Okay. On we go. Alright, flying creature. Herald. No need to attack here. Classic Goblin Instigator, gotta love it. A classic evergreen card, if you ask me. Okay, see, now is the perfect time to murder this thing, but I need to wait for that to untap, so that's a bit of a pain. Block the 1/1. Why not? Or not. Maybe he's got something big with haste about to come out, but he's only got 4 mana, so don't know what that could be. Brawl match. Attacks, sacrifice another creature, gets +2/+2. Okay, that's not a problem. Alright, so I gotta take care of this heartbeat. First and foremost. Alright. It's 1 down. Let's see here. I don't think I want to attack. Alright, here we go. This is incredibly useful. Or that. That makes it a 2/2. This makes all of them a 2/2. Yeah, we want this out first. I suppose I could get both of them out. Death touch, death touch. There we go. Okay, so we probably could have survived that, though. But maybe it was pointless to continue after that humiliation. I wouldn't say it's humiliation. I pulled it out by the skin of my teeth. Let's just say that. Alright, let's open a pack. Let's see what we got. Gotta love opening magic cards. It never gets old, does it? Storm the Citadel. Bolus the Citadel. Okay. That's the second one of those I got. Haven't really found a case to use it yet, but it seems like it could be good. Let's get one more game in and just see how we do. I mean, it's not the end-all, beat-all mechanic in Magic, I don't think, but for a zombie deck, I think it's interesting. I don't seem to be getting to my end game creatures very much. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I need to take out maybe the Gravediggers or something, but probably should mulligan this, but I'm not. I'm just gonna keep it. That's not what I needed to draw. It's a bad omen. Okay, that is what I needed to draw. Classic flying creature. Alright, so this will at least spare us from attacks by the Sunhome Stalwart. I do need a insta-death card for that. Pegasus, so fair enough. Oh. Yeah, I really need to get rid of that Pegasus. I forgot about that. Boy, that's not good. Need an insta-kill card. Pretty bad. Gotta get something. A murder would be great. Boy, that's just not it, is it? That's not it. Okay. Probably Death Baron's the best thing here. Holding something in the wings here. Don't know what it is. I wonder if we'll hold those for blocks. 6 and 6 is 12. 4. It's 3 turns to kill. Well, no, it's 2 turns for me, 3 for him. So he probably wants to hold at least 1 back to block if he doesn't lay a creature right here. Which he did. I mean, all my creatures have Death Touch. Okay, alright. Now I draw the murder. But where do I use it? I think gosh, that's tough. 4, 5, 6. I I think I use it here. Give him an all-out attack. Now he can't attack unless he lays 2 creatures. Still can't attack. Because I can just play another one of those next turn. We'll see what he does. If he attacks with both, okay. It's the right move. Do I want to bait the attack? I don't think he's gonna do it. Gotta block. Alright, let's see what he does here. If he can buff his guys to a 6 damage, he can get me. If not, well, he definitely can't attack. We know that. Oh boy. That's probably the end of it for us, unless we... Oh. Good game.
You should fear those born of darkness.
Thanks, Soren.
Time for a drink.
Thanks for winning the game for us, Soren. You're a good guy. See, I didn't think that ability was going to come in handy, but look at that. Won a game for me. So, Soren, you have earned your place in the deck, my friend. You're a keeper. Alright guys, well, that was my Amass deck. I think I'm going to continue working on it. I might make a video about it again once I've made some modifications to it, or some tweaks. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I like the zombie nature of it. I've always liked zombie decks. So, and it plays, you know, this Amass ability plays into that. So, alright, for Video Games Wundercast, this is Mark signing out. Be sure to subscribe, like the video, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear from you, hear your thoughts about the deck. Suggestions would be great. If you've got any suggestions about what I should take out or put in the deck, or if you just think my deck sucks, tell me, you know? Tell me. Actually, don't tell me if it sucks. That would hurt my feelings. But suggestions and constructive criticism would be very welcome. Alright guys, have a good one.